Six Nations Full Contact is coming back, y'all. Six Nations Full Contact is coming back, y'all, and I am absolutely here for that. I was really, really worried. I was worried that USA Rugby, not USA Rugby, that World Rugby was going to do something stupid and try and not find a way to get Netflix to do this, because it's a show that had a lot of potential. I think it had so much potential. Now, I know a lot of people you guys saw my review, but I'm going to say it again. I really enjoyed Six Nations. Don't get me wrong. It's about 5 years late. It really should have been slightly, maybe a little bit more updated version, and it felt like it was a copy of something before. But you know what? I understand they had a model, and you had to get something on the table first, especially because Six Nations people were being super weird about letting people have access, and they're making it terrible, like Wales. And of course, I know they have all the issues in the world going on, and they got all the problems in the world, and their whole system's about to collapse. They just lost the Six Nations, even though this happened in 2023 when they barely lost the Six Nations, only losing to Italy, only slightly beaten Italy in the process. But man, everybody needs to go in deep and to be able to get to know more of these players more and more. And I think this was a very big asset to being able to help make the Six Nations, especially for me, and I'm going to talk specifically for me, far more digestible to be able to watch. I actually gave a crap about it. And then to know that, like, so many of the players that were prominently featured in the Six Nations for 2023 for Full Contact Season 1 were just not there for the actual Six Nations for this year. So for next year, which this is going to be coming out in 2025, probably again a week before the 2025 Six Nations, they're probably going to address France and their absolute falter and loss of Antoine Dupont and how much they struggle. And we're going to even see if that coach remains. Bro, the rise of Italy this year, like, now I want to see their locker room, because it was a young locker room, a new coaching staff, a new mentality. Oh my God, I want to know what they were doing that like changed up, where they were just like, oh, we about to show you guys we not nothing to be messing with. All right. Don't F with us, man. And then, of course, man, Ireland losing to England. So their Grand Slam, even though I know they won the Six Nations and they got it, blah, blah, blah. But I want to see how they felt with the devastation of them losing to England in such a factor. And they were dominated. I don't care what that score said. They were dominated in that Six Nations. And Scotland winning the Calcutta Cup over England, and then following it up by losing to Italy. In that one, like that little connection right there. Oh my God, like this is the perfect Six Nations to be able to have the follow up. So I'm so happy Netflix is bringing it back. You're doing it again on a big platform. I do feel like as a rugby community, we need to do a better job in lifting it up. I want all the people who were like, oh man, this is too simple. I wanted to hear about tactics. Shut up. Ain't nobody care about tactics whenever you're a casual. We want to know stories, but I do feel like they need to do a better job in establishing history and context with the Six Nations, so that there is also a lead in to go to it, because I think there needs to be a little bit of help so people can have greater establishment of the rivalries and why these rivalries exist, but not go into individual tactics or teach people how to play rugby. Like, there's YouTube for that ish. Like, there's so much YouTube for that. You might generate them towards a YouTube channel. Maybe YouTube, Netflix has another thing for it, or you'll work with any of the hundreds of media people who have put stuff out there. Don't do it with World Rugby though. They don't deserve anything else. Help another creator out, but to bring it through and just like get into it, just let's show them a tunnel to be able to get him into the rugby and really be an asset for the world, because clearly World Rugby wants to have a plan to improve stuff. So let's see what they really do, even though, again, I'm not saying involve World Rugby. Obviously, Six Nations is their own private industry plus private investors. So that's a whole different thing. But either way, boy, I'm so hyped. I'm so hyped for this one, man. I want to know what you guys think in the comments, because what did you think of the last one? Again, there was a lot of worry because, Netflix didn't put any numbers for Six Nations. We had no idea what the take was. On Twitter, I got a lot of mixed reactions, in private conversations. For people who were Six Nations aficionados, I think they were like, this one isn't for me because I know all the people. And then I didn't really hear that much from people who were not a part of rugby. Like I heard from some rugby people here and there, but I really wanted to hear from people who would have been casuals, or spouses of it or friends of rugby people. So I really wanted to do it. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm also at fault because my own wife didn't watch it, but I also watched it before she did because obviously I wanted to review it for the show. And she's not that big a fan of rugby at all, but, could have helped a little bit. So I think for me, I got to do better and I do better. Maybe be a little bit more, but, again, if you watch with your spouse, I don't know about you, but, nobody likes to wait. Some of us, we get like 2 episodes and then they're tired. And I'm like, I got to do a full binge. 8 episodes, I got to do a full binge. 8 hours, give me the full day. We set. But let me know what you guys' thoughts were. Let me know where you guys were going with it. Let me know what you guys were thinking about this, man, because I really feel like this is just important. This is one of the most important things. This is more important than the Rugby World Cup happening or the Olympics occurring, or because I think these are things that introduce people into the game the correct way in 2024 and moving forward 2025 in this era of media. So yeah, let me know what you guys think with it, and we're gonna get back to it a little bit more.
Hey everybody, this is just the break train sending out a personal little video diary to all you people out there, where I am going to document me riding most of the way between Singapore and Tokyo for the 2019 Rugby World Cup.
I needed help, and it came from Louisiana.
We in Singapore, baby!
Gift from GiftTime Rugby USA is a extroverted tour de force. But what unites us is a hunger for adventure.
Off to KL, Kuala Lumpur.
Yeah! Woo! Gift, where are we?
We're in
Mount Fuji, baby!
Our love of Asian rugby culture.
1, 2, 3, center!
Rugby is starting to develop here in Cambodia for women as well.
Valkyries, the mighty Valkyries!
We're out here, we're running out of energy, we're running out of money, and we're feeling isolated. And yet at that critical moment, friends, family, sometimes complete strangers come on board. Before you know it, we're back in the game.
Tokyo, here we come!
Malaysia, Thailand, Cambodia, Vietnam. Watch the full adventure at crugby.vhx.tv. That's C like SEE rugby.vhx.tv.